Good morning. Welcome to the Columbus Center for Spiritual Living. This is our Sunday morning celebration of meditation. My name is Margie Sammons, and I am honored to guide you this morning. So I invite you to just get comfortable in your chair, wherever you are, and just, if you're comfortable, close your eyes and just breathe in deeply. Breathing in and out in your own rhythm. Just breathe into your heart space, visualizing your breath as the light of spirit filling your heart and expanding throughout your body. Breathing in and breathing out in your own rhythm. Know that as you breathe in your own rhythm into your heart and out through your heart, your whole body aligns with the rhythm of your heart. Allow that breath to fill you, to breathe you. In breath and out breath. Notice your body as it synchronizes with your breath, and feel the alignment of your body, your lungs breathing in and out, the flow of your blood, the cells in your body all align with the rhythm of your heart. Picture the light of spirit as life itself, breathing it in, filling your very being, and just surrender to that light, to your breath, to the experience of just being the magnificent expression of spirit that you are right now and always. So allow this quote from Ernest Holmes to fill your heart. He said, "There is a laughter of God. Let's laugh it. There is a song of the universe. Let's sing it. There is a hymn of praise. Let's praise it. There is a joy, a beauty. There is a deep, abiding peace. Let's experience it." by Spirit. So as we move into this sacred space of breath and light, allow the music to guide you and share this love and joy with the world. You are light, you are love, you are peace, and you are joy. Life flows into everything, and you are a conduit for that flow of life. You are the light, the love, the peace, and the joy. So now it's time to bring yourself back into your physical space. So I invite you to stretch a bit. Feel yourself in your chair. And when you're ready, open your eyes and allow yourself to return. And as your life unfolds this week, remember that life flows through all you do and all you are. Carry laughter and joy in your heart. Namaste. All we want is, all we need is, all we are is love, love. All we want is, all we need is, all That's my gift.
Good morning and welcome to Columbus Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Kristen Piers and I am a religious science practitioner, bona fide certified. So today we're starting with the announcements, and I want to say, yes, we did the obligatory cheer for the announcements. Oh, I like giving the announcements. Okay, so a huge thank you to everyone for joining us live and in person, and also on Facebook today. Thank you all for being here, especially since it's the time change today. And I'm feeling it. Okay, so our 2022 annual meeting and elections will take place via Zoom Sunday, March 27th. And that Zoom link has been published in the e-newsletter, so that's where you will get the Zoom link, is in the newsletter, and 1 to 3 p.m. So on Zoom, so you can join from anywhere, and 1 to 3, so if you are here live, you can go home and log in and still have lunch and a little rest in between. Then all members will receive a nominating roster by email on or before March 14th. So March 14th will be tomorrow. And has it gone out yet, Amy?
It will go tomorrow.
It goes out tomorrow, so on March 14th, you will receive the roster. Our next regular community meeting will be the second Sunday in April. And of course, more details will be shared by that date. If you would like prayer after service or any time throughout the week, you're welcome to contact me or any other practitioner here at the center, and we are happy to pray with you. So that is the news for today. Let's all stand and sing our opening song, One Big Family by Floyd and Hackett.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning. Welcome to the Columbus Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Amy Papadoupoulos, and it is my honor to welcome you all here this morning, whether you're joining us live and in person or on Zoom. We are an inclusive organization, and we honor, recognize, and celebrate you wherever you are on your spiritual journey. If you are watching online, hello. We are glad you are here. Please feel free to share our live stream to your own Facebook page. If you're watching us at a later time, we are glad that you have found us and watching us later. We will upload this service later to our YouTube channel, Columbus CSL. So now please read our mission statement along with me. We serve the transformation of individual lives through education, spiritual practice, and deep community using spirit and science of mind principles as our compass. I'd like to thank practitioner Margie Salmons for the meditation this morning, and also thank you, Margie. She is holding high watch for our service today so that we can go into a deeper state of consciousness. So I'd like to reintroduce Kristen Piers. Kristen?
And so now, with the ringing of the bowl, we begin our sacred service. A reading from Ernest Holmes, Ideas of Power, page 168. There is a laughter of God. Let's laugh it. There is a song of the universe. Let's sing it. There is a hymn of praise. Let's praise it. There is a joy, a beauty. There is a deep, abiding peace. Let's experience it. Now let the music take us within.
I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the grace, wait upon the grace. I will make a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the grace, wait upon the grace. Be still, my soul, be still, be still, my soul, be still, be still and know. I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the grace, wait upon the grace.
So grateful. So grateful to be in this God place. This place where there is connection, where there is heart, where there is love, there is music, there is voice, there is joy and peace available. I am so grateful to be in this place and to know that each person everywhere is also in this place of God, because there can be no other, no separation. There is only one. And I am a part of that one, and everyone here is a part of that one. And as we flow through today's service, there is laughter, there is praise, there is joy, there is connection, there is perfect hearing and speaking and listening into my heart, into each heart here. I am grateful. I'm so grateful. I lift it up. I let it go. And so it is.
Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, I know. I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the grace, wait upon the grace. There was a sailor on the shore, paid his passageway and climbed aboard. Only he knew who the wind was calling for. As the sea rose up in a violent storm, and the crew called out to God, each one his own. In fear they face the great unknown. Jonah said, throw me overboard, spare the others here, my mighty Lord. And Jonah just let go and let God take hold of your heart, and know that even when you lose your grip, they'll never let go. You're in those mighty hands. So when you're lost at sea, in the belly of the beast, that light has nearly ceased, ain't it then that you pray, let me be released, for mercy has no end. No matter who you are or where you've been, they can lift you up with an outstretched hand, and you lay down on dry land again. And then I see the mysterious plan, when you got nothing left, and then you see the mighty hand. Oh, Jonah, just let go, let God take hold of your heart, and know even when you lose your grip, they'll never let go. You're in those mighty hands, they'll never let you go. You're in those mighty hands.
Thank you, Tony. So for the second week in March, Our monthly theme is Living Everyday Wonder, Play. And our week topic today is A Spoonful of Humor is the Medicine. So we're going to be talking about humor and laughter and play, and also my intention is to weave that in with the crisis that's going on in Ukraine right now. So I'd like to start this with a prayer for world peace written by our founder, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes. And I'm going to read this. It's not a very long prayer. It is a prayer that he wrote, I believe it was during the Korean War, I think. But I'm going to read this a couple different times through my talk today because I want you to hear his words because they're still applicable today. So join me in this prayer from Dr. Holmes. I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live, move, and have their being. I know there is a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern, there is infinite harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of humankind, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. Thus, harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness is experienced by all. I know there will be a free interchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems, of scientific discoveries, for all good belongs to all alike. And I know that because Divine Mind has created us, we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. I know that all people and all nations will remain individual, but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that peace within each person is a divine pattern of perfect peace, which is already implanted. And I now declare that in each person and each leader of thought, everywhere in this divine pattern moves into action and form to the end of all nations, and all people will live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. And so be it, and so it is. How perfect are those words from Dr. Ernest Holmes, 50 years later. So we talk about and we practice this oneness. And I've talked about before, what if we really, really believe what Holmes taught us? What if we really believe that there is just one? That we are unique individual expressions of the one. And we are all unique expressions of God. And we've talked about before the 7 qualities that Thomas Trower talked about of God: love, light, life, joy, wisdom, beauty, and abundance. So if that is what God is, and we are expressions of God, we are that. I would also put in their power, like Margie shared in her meditation, and the reading that Kristen read for us today, the reading from Ernest Holmes. There is laughter of God. Let's laugh it. There's a song of the universe. There was another part there about power. Oh, maybe there wasn't. Maybe God just dropped that in. Maybe I made it up. But there is a part of God that is power. Now, I'll just say this. What is happening in Ukraine, what is happening from Putin in Ukraine is not, well, it is power, but it's a distortion of power. It's bullying. It is not using the power in the way that it was intended to be used. Kind of like, and we've probably all seen these comparisons to Hitler. Hitler used the same power that we use to create peace, but he used it in a distorted way to hurt. The same thing that's happening right now in Ukraine. But let's get back, because we'll go there eventually. A lot of us come to Science Alliance centers for healing. We want to heal our body, we want to heal our minds, we want to heal our hearts. Oftentimes, this is one of the reasons that people come together and practice metaphysics. We watch ourselves talk, we observe our thoughts, and we seek to actively shift our beliefs. And I've talked about in here, my teacher used to say, there is no healing to be done, just revealing of the God within. So as we talk about healing, that may work for some people, revealing that God, I think sometimes, well, I can just speak for myself, man, I really work at this stuff, sometimes. And sometimes I work really hard at this stuff. And what I've noticed, gosh, in this past, maybe it's been from the pandemic, I'm not sure, but I feel myself doing a lot of hard work with my job, with all the other things. And I'm sure that many can identify with this good American value of hard work, right? That very puritanical value of working hard. But there's something, and actually, I notice Kristen does this quite a bit. I notice my dad does this quite a bit. I hear Carissa do it, is laughter, is joy. And that's what I want to talk about more about today, is this humor and joy and this lightness. How can we bring this into our lives and facilitate a healing or a revealing? I don't know about you, but sometimes it feels surface, maybe, to think about play or laughter. There's so many important things to be done. But man, when I hear Carissa laugh, or my dad tell a dad joke, or Kristen dance, it's almost like my heart just kind of lightens up a little bit. So in the Declaration of Principles, Ernest Holmes wrote, "We believe that the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of God, and that we are surrounded by this creative medium, which receives the direct impress of our thought and acts upon it. We believe in the healing of the sick through the power of the mind. We believe in the control of conditions through the power of the mind." And Ernest Holmes said, he also said this, I love this, "We heal thoughts, not people. A spiritual person is never sick. Spiritual healing consists of changing the psychological thought patterns." Now, for me, that's a big thing to get my mind around, and I don't even think I have my mind around this yet, that the spiritual person is never sick. But I guess the way I kind of think of it is that there's a place within me, within each and every one of us, a flicker, like a light, that's untouchable by this world. And we can grow that flame. Sometimes I think about it like as a lantern. And sometimes through life, our lanterns get dirty from the outside and we just clean them. The grit and the grime of everyday living can build up. So we clean them so our light can shine. And we can fan the flame of our light by this joy and laughter. It is important that we look, however, at what is happening. We never say to a person who has a broken leg, your leg is not broken, because we do not deny the conditions, but we see that healing part of them. We see that wholeness of them that they're able to express again. It's that wholeness that we tap into. Now, we also talk about, in Science of Mind, change your thinking and change your life. We are well served by seeking to change on an energetic level in order to release harmful patterns. But how can we embody the shifts in our thoughts? How can we actually change our thinking, changing our life? And I think the more I think about this, is that idea of laughter, that idea of joy. What if we take that on as a spiritual practice? Joy. So this week, probably this week, maybe the last 2 weeks, I've done something that I typically don't do. And I usually tell you guys, last time this did happen another time, and I told you guys this. I typically don't do this. I watched a lot of TV. I usually don't watch the news, usually listen to it on my phone in the mornings, but this week I have found myself caught up in watching CNN and German news, and it's all about the war and what's happening. And I was listening to another minister's sermon, Dr. Bob Dean, and he said, and I love this, that's exactly what he said. Is that him? Dr. Bob, I'm using your stuff, man. It's good. He said, if we're gonna watch the news, if we're gonna listen to the news, then what if we take the same amount of time that we've been listening to the news or watching the news or reading the news, and that same amount of time, spend that same amount of time in meditation, in visualization, in prayer or contemplation of peace. Now think about that. When I heard him say that when I was listening to his sermon, there was a big light bulb that went off on the top of my head. Because of course, what we give our attention to, we get more of. And if there's only one, what we're watching, what we're thinking, what we're believing here in America is affecting people in Ukraine or in Russia or in other parts of the world, because we are all connected. That also takes my brain and kind of like twists it a little bit, but I sit in this place of, okay, really, can I make a difference in Ukraine? And I'll go back to what we started with. If I truly believe what Holmes taught us, that there is only one, then we can make a difference. We can make a difference energetically here right now. So, a couple things. Think about as much time as you spend listening, watching, or reading the news, are you willing to spend that amount of equal time in spiritual practice, seeing, believing, describing what you want to see instead? That means I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of time sitting in my chair. But when I think about what we focus on, we get more of. I don't want to have more of what I've seen on TV. I don't want more of death and destruction. I don't want more of that. I want peace and healing and revealing. But that's not what I've been putting out there, because I've been watching this and haven't been balancing it the other way. So I know that that is my work to do this week, and I will absolutely do it. And I invite you all to do your work as well. And to also embrace that idea of joy, of laughter. Because as we raise our vibration, it affects the global conscious vibration, and it raises that. And I have a visualization ritual that I'd like to do together as a community this morning, that you could also use this week as our way of helping to heal the situation in Ukraine. This visualization was used by a group of Centers for Spiritual Living, back then religious scientists, right after 9/11. They would get together weekly and do this ritual that we're going to do here this morning. So I invite you, if you'd like to close your eyes, you don't have to. Become comfortable in your chair. Take a breath. Become very, very present in this moment. Now imagine Putin at the end of those long tables we've seen him at. Imagine also in that room his insiders, his inside circle. Not many of them, about 2 or 3 of them. Now imagine these men, imagine them in your mind's eye. Imagine them shrunk down into 10-year-old little boys. They still look the same, but now they're just children. Now imagine that they stand up from that table and they form a circle and they hold hands and they start to rotate and they sing, "Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes." We all fall down and they laugh. And they laugh and they fall on their backs and they laugh and they laugh. And their bellies hurt. And they get up and they do it again. Now imagine President Zelensky and his inner circle, and shrink them down to 10-year-old little boys. And they hold hands, and they're camouflage. And they start to move and they sing, "Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes." We all fall down they laugh. And they laugh. And they hold their bellies because they laugh so hard. And now imagine all of the Russian soldiers getting out of their armored tanks, getting out of their armored vehicles, getting out of their tanks, and shrink all of those Russian soldiers down to little boys. And there are circles and circles and circles. And they too sing Ring Around the Rosie, and they all fall down. And let's expand this out to Ukraine and all of the military forces and all of the volunteers. They create these circles and they sing Ring Around the Rosie, and they fall down. Now imagine, visualize in your mind the inner circle of Zelensky and the inner circle of Putin coming together, holding hands as little boys and laughing and going around in a circle, singing Ring Around the Rosie and falling down and laughing. Now imagine Putin and his inner circle, Zelensky and his inner circle, the Russian soldiers, the Ukraine soldiers and volunteers, making a giant circle. Imagine them all singing Ring Around the Rosie, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes. We all fall down, and they all laugh. And they laugh, and they giggle, and they're little boys. Take a moment and feel how you're feeling. Notice how you're feeling. And when you're ready, bring this feeling with you as you open your eyes. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. I know my brain wants to go, yeah, but. Don't go there. No. Stay with it. Can you imagine the impact this would have, this will have, and this does have? To visualize this. Like I said, this visualization was also used after 9/11 by a group of religious scientists. If we are all connected, no, that's not what I want to say. Because we are all connected, because we are all one, we can make a difference, and we do make a difference. We watch our words, we watch our thinking, we watch our actions, and we speak and think and know what we want beyond the conditions. These conditions are old news. The power lies in what we put into the law, that middle part of our teaching symbol. What we impress in there, that's what we get more of. So I'm going to read Dr. Holmes' prayer for world peace again as my closing prayer. A Prayer for World Peace by Ernest Holmes. I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live, move, and have their being. I know there is a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern, there is infinite harmony and peace and cooperation, unity and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of humankind, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. Thus, harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, mutual helpfulness is experienced by all. I know there will be a free interchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems, of scientific discoveries. For all good belongs to all alike. I know that because Divine Mind has created all of us. We are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. I know that all people and all nations will remain individual but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that deep within each person, the divine pattern of perfect peace is already planted. I now declare that in each person and each leader of thought everywhere, this divine pattern moves into action and form to the end that all nations and all people live together in peace, live together in harmony, and live together in prosperity. And so the word has been spoken. The law has an impress of peace and harmony and unity that expresses right now. I am grateful for this because it is already done in the mind of God. I say thank you. And please join with me in closing by saying, and so it is.
We're going to do another song by Matt Munhall, who, if you're not familiar with Matt, he's a pianist and a singer-songwriter from Worthington, Ohio, just down the street. And he has a knack for taking old, timeless tales and spinning them into great songs. And here's another example of that with Blind Bartimaeus. I was down in the gutter at the end of my road, a boat without a rudder, hanging by a thread of hope. Heard them talking about you, said you were coming to town. Said you were the king, getting on the crown. With my coat and my cane, I just followed the sign. Cry out your name, they try to shut me down, but I just kept shouting, Lord, have pity on me. I'm the blind Bartimaeus, only you can make me see. Son of the maze, come to me. Ask of me. For swallowed by darkness, I've been stumbling through. But the spirit's so restless until it rescued you. You're a candle on fire deep inside of me. It keeps on glowing if I let it breathe. I keep on shouting, Lord, have pity on me. I'm the blind Bartimaeus, only you can make me see. Once I had this world in the palm of my hand, money in the bank, master plan, clocks were busting. I was flying blind, I could not see through the tears of my mind. Now I'm having a moment, oh, the lightning doesn't flash, the levee don't break, and the bomb don't crash. You just gotta keep faith that it's pulling you through, like the blind Bartimaeus. Well, it's waiting for you. Someone on to Emmaus, come on to. Blind Bartimaeus, what you ask of me? Go down the cold cane, come and follow me. Come and follow me. Come and follow me. Come and follow me.
How fun, thank you. So now is the time for the giving of our gifts. Thank you for all of the ways that you continue to give and consciously contribute to the center, especially during these times. We are honored to be able to continue to support you spiritually, and we appreciate your gifts, your tithes, and your contributions that you give to CCSL. Your conscious contributions are important because it helps us to fulfill our vision statement. Boy, now more than ever, right? To create a world that works for everyone. As we engage with the law of circulation, we remember that God is our source. We are circulating Spirit's energy in the form of money by simply giving and receiving. And if you'd like to use the square, Robin has the square up here. And if you are unable to give, please put your hand over the basket, give it some love, love, love. And I also invite you to do that too if you give electronically, or if you don't have anything physical, but you already give. So please put your hand over the basket, give and receive that energy. So please say our affirmation with me. My gift goes forth to heal and bless and prosper. It does its good and perfect work and returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is.
So as we witness that law of circulation, we're going to sing, all that I need comes to me.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shine upon my face. All that I need
Yes, yes, yes. Are you guys singing or is it?
He's not done.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're so abundant. I forgot.
My fault. He's done now.
Whew. All that I need comes to me. All that I need is with me, is flowing through me all the time. As I align, it is there, it is here. I claim it, I know it for myself. I claim it for each person here for this very center that is so abundant in creativity, in life, in love, in music. Oh, we're here now. I'm here. God's here. There is no separation. I am grateful. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. I let it go. I let it be, and so it is.
And so it is, and so we let it be. And so it is, and so we let it be.
So I'd like to thank our practitioner, Margie Salmons, for the meditation and for holding High Watch. Thank you to Kristen Pierce for being on the platform today. A big thank you to our guest musician, Tony Bernardi. Along with our center trio, Tony Bernardi on piano, Steve Parakis on bass, and Jimmy Casto on drums. Thank you, center trio. We also want to thank Rob Kuhn for being on sound today. Thank you, Rob. And Julie Colburn, thank you for being our service coordinator. Thank you, Jim Hetzer, for live streaming. Thank you, Robin Brookhouse, for being on slides. And a big thank you to our song leaders, Mac Daddy Ware, Dave Scarborough, and Carissa Holmes. And thanks to all the other volunteers that helped create this sacred place so we can have our celebration today. And last but not least, thank you to all of you who are here today in person. Thank you to all of you who are watching online. Thank you to all of you who are watching later on. If you are joining us for the first time here in person, there is a packet of information back there about who we are. If you're watching for the first time online and you're interested in more information about who we are and what you believe, what we believe and what you believe, please contact either via a private Facebook message or you can call the office and we will mail one to you. And then one more thing, if you are not receiving the information about services in your email, please call the office and let us know. We'll get you on that email list, or you can also send us a private Facebook message. That is our service for today as we create a world that works for everyone. So please say our blessing with me. There is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. And so it is. So please stand for our closing song.
What are we choosing today, Carissa?
Let's do heaven.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
1, 2.
I'm choosing heaven today.
Yes, I am.
I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. Love. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today. Thank